Today's lawnmower belt time. The drive belt on the lawnmower. Here's the handle here. Press on that and it moves that there. Brother reached up into here, and the belt isn't even on the spindle. So removing this plate, remove the, gonna sharpen that blade. There's a bolt there, and there's a bolt underneath there. So. Can't tell what that fucking is. I guess that doesn't go there. That's not a bolt. It could be this one here. That's an engine mount. That goes all the way up into the engine. Well, it didn't seem to be anything. Figure out what the fuck. I gotta get a cushion. something on the top. This thing right here seemed to break. Little piece here. But this thing sets everything into motion. Maybe that's all that happened, is that the belt came out. If I can get that belt back on there, just slip the belt back on. This seems to be in the way, so unloosen that. It's got a bracket in there that's used as a brace to so now I gotta get a screwdriver. So see if this thing will get some action here. And there, the belt's loose. The belt here needs to get back on the spindle. So anyway, we have to have two hands to get this going, so at least the belt isn't broke. So I can stick that in and move the brace out of the way, and then that'll stick the other one in there, and then I should be able to push that. Belt back in the slot. That'd be all right. Looks like it's going in. There's another thing in there. Yeah, the brother seems to have gotten the belt in there. Okay, so it's got to go in between both of these. There. There's one up top. It's got to go down, and then this one down here in the bottom. The belt has to go on the other side of this guide. Alright, so there's that. See if you can reach the finger in there and get it. Anyway, so that's the idea. Now the brother just gotta get in there and play around with it. There's another thing behind it. So it seems like gotta be able to turn the motor. Put the blade back on in order to get that thing back in there. Okay, so there it is. You gotta stick the screwdriver in there and lift it. Supposedly lift it the other way. At the same time. Get that thing. Seems like that's it. Unless it has to go on the other side of those things. Press on the handle with the see that. Let's see. So that. So yeah. There. Now it's in there. Brother's wondering if it just came loose. Now the brother should be able to press on it. See that it goes tight. Yeah. So it must just come out somehow. That way you don't have to fucking... Brother needs a flashlight to see what the hell's going on in here. Oh yeah, there's the belt in there. It must have just got loaded with grass. Too much grass at one time. It just knocked it off loop. That gets the drive gears going. It seems like it's on there now, so we just have to figure that it just slipped off somehow. So now, might as well get a look at it. Get a look at it closely here. Okay, so here's the spindle in here, and there's the belt that rides in the spindle. Get this thing. There. It's kind of hard to see the belt. See if this light's supposed to function. There's some light. Yeah, so there's the belt. There's the belt there, and there's the spindle that it goes into. And then this tightens when the handle is pulled down there, the red handle. When it's pulled, this tightens. And it tightens the belt. And it tightens the belt in here too. So somehow it came out of there. Somehow it came out of there, and it was, maybe it was just driving on this pulley here, and it finally just gave out for some reason. The belt looks a little bit torn up. Looks a little bit torn up right inside there, but other than that, the belt looks wonderful. So it's sitting in the guides now, the permanent guides. That's too close here. There, it's got a guide there, and it's got a guide on the top. And that guide moves with this thing up here, this bracket. That's also, it moves those, and then the other ones over in the back are stationary. This is moved, but the one that's tapping up against is stationary. Same thing down here on the bottom part. There it moves, and the bottom one's stationary. But the bottom one's down here. That one there, stationary. And once again, this is the moving part. So that's that. So that should be repaired. Now it's just a matter of putting this bolt back in here and sharpen the blade. That thing doesn't have much clearance to get that thing in there. But the plastic does tend to want to bend. To help the plastic bend, you can stick a screwdriver in there. really doesn't want to go, so there's another wrench here. Tighten it up till it gets it past the okay, so this moves. Helps. Alright, so just move it. Move the plastic with the hand. Alright, so that's that. So I'll get some oil and oil those bolts because they're fucking rusted. Wire brush them. So let's go into the shop in here and sharpen this blade. Put this up here. I'd be sure that the lightning bolt's on. Turn the light off. Even a fucking lightning bolt. This cord's got a bad part to it. Lightning bolt cord. It usually sounds off and goes ding when it connects. Ding, ding. But and there's a screen up here where the timer's going. Should have a lightning bolt. Not getting any fucking sound out of it. Ain't getting any electric connection for some reason. Ding, ding, ding. Sounds like I heard it. Either that or this fucking connection's starting to get fucked up because television connection hasn't been functioning securely lately. It always wants to shut the television screen off. I have to shut the smartphone has to be shut off, and then everything reboots. And then when I pick up the whole unit and move it to trade during the morning or at night. Second, let's go and get the other cord and go back inside, and this thing should have a lightning bolt. Get the other cord, it's down here on the ground. Brought this one out and it was too short to reach because the extension cord had used the last stretch. Oh, fuck, so now I gotta go get the fucking, no, I'll just use the one in the bedroom. There's one of these things in the bedroom. One of these here, you can plug it in, and then there's everyone in the cat. Here's Russell when he was 18. And the light's on, so shut the light off. Okay, so here's the lightning bolt now. be able to plug this in. There it is. It's at 97%. I finally got the... And unplug it. Plug it back in. Yeah. It's not sounding off though. So at least you got the swipe screen in the put this back in here. Yeah. That goes in there and that goes onto this. That's for television, for the big screen up here. So now I go back down here. Oh, let's shut the fucking light off. Go back in here. And put the fucking lightning bolt back in. And then swipe it. There it is. Okay, so there. Now the brother can manipulate the cord so that it's got green power. And you can put this thing back up here. Get some. Now, everything's wonderful. Now the brother can put this in the vise and get to sharpening the blade. It's a bit beat up. There you can see it's a bit beat up. Both sides. This side's a little more. They're fairly even on the beatings. All right, so. Alright, so that's that. Get the sharper file to sharpen this stuff. Be sure this lightning bolt's on still. Fucking thing won't swap. Can't get the fucking lightning bolt. Camera doesn't want to. Swiping across the screen, swiping up. There it is. All right. There's that 96%. It's got the white lightning bolt in the green. All right. So. Saw on the internet last night that the old Emmanuel Apostolic Church in Bremerton, Washington on 1028 6th Street, the bishop passed away during COVID on January the 17th, year 2020. It's Bishop L.R. Lawrence R. Robertson, suffragette or suffragan or suffragette. And the brother came across it, and he got jolted. Then he came to, but yeah. So he died on a Friday morning. His family was around in the bed with him, or So he died of complications with cancer, more or less related to his low immune system because he had a kidney transplant 30 years ago, and he's always had to be on medication because of that transplant. So, you know, COVID time, all the stuff that happens during that. So, and I saw Elder Houston is probably the pastor, and the First Lady, his wife, First Lady, but there wasn't no address for the church being on 1028 6th Street. No pictures, there wasn't no official website, but they have another building, a community building, and they might have moved there. So they're at 400 members, which is relatively where they've been for the past 40 years. Saw Monea Woods, though, the singer, choir leader. She's really improved in the singing. She's quite a singer. And then her husband is a pianist. Their brother's got perfect pitch. Perfect pitch. And when he plays, he can play anything perfect on pitch without music and all that. I got to play an electric guitar part in one of the church shows during the 25th anniversary. Brother brought the Zoom, a little Zoom box, plugged it into the system, and played the guitar solo. It was a harmonic minor scale. One of the songs it was already a pre-written song with some other individual. I just listened to the solo, figured it out. And I didn't even go to any rehearsal with the rest of the band. I just showed up with the guitar during the ceremony, plugged in for 5 minutes, played, and that was it. Played that song, and that was it. And I manned the spotlight that night. And for cleanup, I put all the gear and organized it and set it all out, and then everyone else took it out to the cars. And that was just self-motivated on that, for the self did that. But they didn't get, I remember the pastor said that the original recording guy who does all the sound engineer, he didn't get a good recording of the anniversary that year, so something went wrong with the recording session. good enough. And here's a finer one. But Bishop Robertson was 69 when he passed. And that was, the brother was 52. This Sicily brother, age 52 in the year 2020. But the brother went to the church back in 2002 to 2003. Or 2003 to 2004. And the brother was around 35 years old. Alright, so now you have to go back outside and get everything ready for the brush it off with a wire brush. And get the stuff and then go outside and wire brush the bolts and put some oil on them. Go up there and get some 3-in-1 oil. It's up here, all the 3-in-1 oil bottles. Swipe it again. Yep, it's 97% battery with white lightning bolt. Here's the bolts. That one. This one. Let's see if my brother can get this to hold in here. Hoping to stay clean. I have to dirty the fingers up. I suppose brother could just use a glove. Looks like this thing had some Loctite on it. I think the brother will put a little Loctite on it. A little oil on it. That one. Good. That on there. washer. Where's the other one at? Here it is. Get this a little better. Gotta remember to look at the camera to be sure everything's getting on the camera. Up in there. Half inch. There was no rust on that motor bolt, so we'll get some Loctite. It's got a little fucking little cap on it. Fits in there. Let's put some on the edge here. Fuck, ain't nothing coming out. Hold on. I think it's empty, but I got a new bottle. Ooh, it does got some in it. Alright. Got some blue. Alright, that's it. And then put the little cap on it. Had a little white cap here. Where the fuck did it go? That fucking sucks. Had a nice little cap that fit inside the top. Oh well. So I'll put this in there. Whoops. More grease on top of this. All right, grease, oil it up. Put the bolt in. 9/16. Got some of the fucking blue shit all over it. That's on there. There was a little white cap down here. I set it down here. Where the fuck did it go? fit right inside there. Bunch of little fucking ants crawling around all over the fucking thing. That fucking sucks. Set it down. So just put the little cap on it. It was a nice little cap that went on the end of that fucker. Little miniature cat, and all of a sudden I just sat it on the ground and it just fucking disappeared all of a fucking sudden. Fuck. Bites ass. Anyway, so that's it. Guess I'll just give it a start and see if it functions. Grab onto the handle, the hammer right here. It was a bit flooded because it was sitting up on its side, so it started popping though. Must have drained all the gas out of it, out of the carburetor. Alright, well that's it. So, another video to pop up later. I'll just put the tools away. Lovely tools. And gloves. And a knee brace. But that fucking little white cap that went on there is fucking somewhere around here. Where the fuck it went? It fucking sucks. That was a nice little cap to have in there. That's what kept the whole thing fucking being able to still fucking Loctite in it. Well, later.